Aren't you just the teeniest bit sorry we didn't get a Christmas tree? I mean, even though they're dirty and messy and corny and cliched.
Well, where are you going to find a tree at this hour on Christmas Eve?
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez,
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Knize,
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman,
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris,
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
and our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! You take so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. This is episode number 577 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight with Mr. Jason Knize.
Where the fuck has the year gone?
Don't even, yeah. Kelly Harris.
Sometimes you just gotta eat a whole bunch of frosting.
Good buddy Mahoney is here.
Lee, do you think the scarf is a metaphor for her virginity?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Lee,
and
take
you
one
know.
guess. Take
You
one.
know.
Oh, is this the Taylor Swift thing
Yeah,
again?
what's
You
he been going on
know.
about?
Are
for
we
like the
still
past
talking
2
about that?
weeks?
Like, I swear to God. Okay, all right.
We just cleared up the Jenner pussy juice gate moment.
Did we? I'm sure we did.
We did.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
No, we did clear it up because Lee brought receipts.
We
Well,
cleared
but
up
then-
why he was all of a sudden talking about Jenner pussy juice all the time.
Right.
We still
Yeah.
don't really know
We
why
cleared up
he was
nothing
talking
else.
about it.
Yeah. Like, I don't think we cleared up anything at all.
Yeah, Mahoney in his fugue state just sending things to people on Instagram.
I
And then the next day when I'm
1,000%.
like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're like, what do you mean?
I had absolutely no recollection of those things. Like, you sent me the picture of them, and I was like, where is that even from? And it was in our message chain. I was like, oh, shit.
I'm like, you did this. I did not build this into the world. Like, this is not on me.
Sometimes I'm just scrolling, and something will be like pussy juice, and I'm like, send, Lee, send.
And then there's the time where Mahoney sends everyone a link and says, "Send this to Lee."
I'm like, oh, cool. Is it a horse skeleton? I bet it's a horse skeleton. I had a moment the other day as you were gaslighting me about pussy juice.
I did gaslight you about that, but totally not intentionally.
I had a moment where I'm like, I'm just really glad that he's on my side.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like, I'd much rather have you as a friend than an enemy. Like, 1,000%. Like,
Well,
it's amazing.
You don't want to know what he'll do if you're his enemy.
No.
we're not going to talk about that on air.
Oh my god. So yeah, sorry for no show last week. I was in
I'm
the midst
not.
of a curse. Yeah, well, fair enough.
It's all right, Lee. I
Fair
told them all on Twitter exactly what was happening.
You did. I did see that. You were like, oh, cool. Let's just talk about my diarrhea on the internet. That's pretty awesome. But you guys, it was so much fucking worse than that. I don't remember the last
So
time
much
I was
poop.
so sick. Oh my god, there was poops, there was vomit. I had a fever for like 18 hours.
Ugh.
I was just sick, and it was fucking horrible. And this came like on the same day that the water in my hot tub got fucked up, and also my office was besieged. Just my office, not my house, right? My office was besieged by dozens upon dozens upon dozens of those crazy Japanese lady beetles.
Oh, well,
And
we
so-
figured out where those came from.
Fucking did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember
Do you
when
not remember?
you had a visitor and then he pulled down his pants and they came out?
God damn it. So,
Disgusting.
I'm laying up in bed, feeling horrible, and I mentioned to my lovely wife, I'm like, I think I'm cursed. I think someone cursed me, and this is all coming at the same time. And she's like, that's ridiculous. And she's like, I don't know, man. I feel like it's all fucked. It's all too much at the same time. Like, this is bad news. I don't like it. I don't know what happened. I know who I wronged. And then a couple days later, again, same day, all this shit's resolved, right? And it just happened to be the night after I went out at night and killed a chicken in the honor of the Sumerian trickster god. Like, and just suddenly everything's okay. And I don't fucking believe it. I don't believe it for 1 second that it was just coincidence.
Whoa. What?
What?
You murdered a chicken?
I sacrificed a chicken to lift the curse.
Did you really?
And it works. Of course not.
Oh, okay. I was like, I hope it's not
I
one
mean,
of
you've told us weirder shit on air.
I
I was like, okay, he probably did kill a chicken.
I mean, it's Tennessee.
I was expecting that to land a lot differently. I'm like, oh my god, did they buy it?
Yeah.
I was like, guys, everyone come over here. Did Lee kill that chicken?
Yeah.
He killed that chicken.
Lee, you've gone on a potato diet multiple times.
Yeah.
Sacrificing a chicken to rid yourself of a curse is not far-fetched.
I mean, okay,
Yeah,
so
fair
let's just break it down what happened. So Kerouac came to your house. He pulled
did, in
down
fact,
his
come to my
pants.
house.
He pulled
That-
down
I
his
don't-
pants. All of the
No.
bugs came up from under his foreskin.
I hope that's not the chase. I don't
Then
think so.
he
You
went
know what?
into your hot tub, had horrible diarrhea in it. Then
Gave me
he
E. coli.
he took a little bit of it in like an eyedropper and then put it in your drink while you weren't looking.
Everything you're saying is terrible. It's all horrible.
It's very bad.
And not related to the curse, but I totally died in a dream last week. That was
Oh, that's fun.
Are
Like,
you
it was
sure
some
it's
real
not
Freddy
related?
Krueger- maybe it is, because it's some real
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger shit. Like, I woke up, like, screaming, clutching at my belly, like, expecting there to be a hole there. And Nicole's like, fucking what? And I'm like, I don't... like, I get hurt. And I'm like, never mind, it's fine. Just gonna go back. Oh, God. It was fucking terrifying. It was awful. You know what? Maybe that was the start of the curse.
Yeah.
Maybe someone fucking stabbed me in the astral plane. That was terrible.
Kerouac
Awful.
booped you in the tummy with his dick.
Oh, God.
No boobs. Fucking
Give
what
that
else?
zero
What a
boobs.
shit.
Yeah, he
I have a
goes,
lot of notes.
Bye, buddy.
Oh shit! Jax got his first COVID shot,
Hell yeah.
and
Nice.
totally no sold it, which was awesome, because he was like, his kids are doing it. And Nicole was in there earlier in the day, and these kids are just screaming like the skin was being flayed off their fucking bones.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's horrible. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. And so, and we told him for a while it was coming up, and like, this is the day. And he's like, I don't want to get a shot. And I'm like, bro, no one likes a shot, but you're not gonna feel it. It's gonna hurt. I go, no, it's not. It's not gonna. It doesn't hurt. Like, people hate the idea of shots much more than the reality of shots, unless they're Kelly, at which point it's a real problem. But like, generally speaking, people are kind of okay with shots.
Did he do the Kelly method of taking a Xanny bar before he goes in?
He did not. What happened was we were fucking around, and like, I think we were watching that Daniel Bryan Eddie Kingston match from a couple weeks ago, when Eddie just lit Brian Danielson the fuck up. He seemed all welted up, and it was horrible chops. And he's like, God, how did you do that? And I'm like, you want to learn how to get a wrestling chop? He's like, yes. And so at this point, we've been swapping chops for like a week, right?
Nice.
And I'm like, look, like, when you want me to give you chops? He's like, yeah. I go, that hurts way more than this dumb bitch shot's gonna do, and that
Yeah.
makes you giggle. Like, you like that? And he's like, yeah, I guess you're right. I go, yeah. So don't be like these pussy kids. Like, you're not gonna. It's gonna be fine. And so we sat down, boop up out. The lady at CVS was like, "Oh my god!" Like, this never happened. It's just unbelievable. I'm like, "Yeah, this kid's fucking hardcore. Of course, he's fine."
You're like, yeah, I've been hitting my son all week to prep him.
Yeah. We've been tenderizing each other for a week now. It's fine. So now, like, I'll be sitting down watching TV or playing games or something, and he'll run across the room, he'll jump into my lap, and he'll look at me and kind of cock his head to the side, and he'll go and smack his own chest like, "Let's fucking go!" And then I know that's where we're chopping. That's how I know we're swapping chops.
Amazing.
Kid's a fucking lunatic, and I love him. It's great. Fucking what else? What else? Oh, I did something crazy. I bought a whole bunch of Resident Evil games because they were on sale on PlayStation, and I've been trying to play them all chronologically. I made a list and all this bullshit.
Oh,
now let me tell you, if I've not played, I played the first like 3 back in the day, and that's it, right? And boy, those games, while revolutionary for their time, those play mechanics do not necessarily hold up. And what's insane is that like they remade the first one a few years ago, probably 10 years ago now at this point, but like they remade it, like with all the weird fucking clunky bullshit and everything. So like it's really strange to in 2021 be playing a video game where you can't run and shoot your gun at the same time. Yeah, because you couldn't do it in 1998, so you can't do it in this one.
I never got into those games because when I sat down to play them the first time when they first came out, I was like, nope, not into this mechanic at all.
Yeah, and and the fixed camera angles are fucking nuts. Like a giant room, and you can see like a part of it. And you walk a little bit, the camera angle changes. And you walk some more, the camera angle changes. And the backgrounds are rendered beautifully, especially in the remake. It looks great. But, if you open the door and there's a zombie like 4.5 feet in front of you, you can't see it until you walk into the next screen. And it's like in your face eating your eyeballs. It's like, what the fuck? Like, who thought this was a good idea? Like, it's very, very strange. So, and the move I haven't done since I was a child, I'm like, fuck this. We're pulling out. I walk through it, and we're walking through this shit because I don't have all fucking day to be running around trying to remember where the blue orb is or some shit.
You bringing up game facts?
I am indeed bringing up a game facts.
Hell
but
yeah!
Game
facts still
hard.
rocks.
It does, and it's just a beautiful community of angels just putting this shit together. But it's still fucking hard, no joke. Then fucking last thing, saw Eternals, and that was the whole thing. It's a big old movie, is what it is.
Nice.
Have you guys seen it?
No. Not quite.
Eternals is not bad. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Parts of it are very, very good, in fact. But the biggest problem with it is just kind of like what it is, which is a big issue, I guess. But it's a movie about getting the band back together. Because the Eternals are coming back together after being apart for a while to fight this new threat. But they're getting the band back together, but you don't know the band. So they're also introducing you to the band via these flashback sequences across thousands of years or whatever.
Well, I mean, as is tradition in any getting the band back together story, you're basically introducing the people as you're getting them back together.
Well, normally you already know the band, and when they're getting back together, like, oh yeah, I recognize these people, and you don't get that here, which is kind of strange. And just weird little things like why would the Celestial make these crazy kooky Eternal guys, all these bitchin' powers and all this stuff, whatever? Like, what's the tactical advantage of one of them being deaf? I don't understand. like why? Like, why is one of the Eternals deaf? I don't get it.
It's tactical diversity, Lee.
Well, I don't mean I have not seen it, but I can't imagine that the Celestial made them deaf.
Well, the Celestial made them, and
she's deaf
the whole time.
Then I stand corrected.
Yeah, like they've all got these crazy powers. She's like a crazy super speedster, but also she can't hear. So I'm like, what? Why? Why can't she hear?
I mean, don't you ever just like forget to do something? Like you're making dinner and you're like, oh shit, I didn't put any salt.
There's no fucking bread. Nah, don't you hate when you forget to make garlic bread?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. If I was at Celestial, I'd have put that one back in the oven for a minute.
They never address it, like, they don't give you a reason, like, because she's a speedster, she broke the sound barrier and then ruined her eardrums or some shit.
The minute she popped out of the oven, she's just sign language. Just ASL all fucking day. It's like, all right, that's a thing you can do, I guess.
Well, I mean, not going to hold it against him, but we all know why she's deaf.
Right. But, like, you could do that with a lot of other things in a lot of other situations than, like, cosmic god makes thing that is disabled. Like, it's so weird. And, like, one of the guys has, like, mind control powers. Like, he can just look at you and control your fucking mind. Like, puppet you. But they're like, whatever you do, don't do that. Because, like, that's a really uncool thing to do. Mind control people like that. To take away their free will and shit. And he's like, it's my whole thing.
It's all I got.
It's the only thing I can do. Like, it's my only thing that makes me special. And you're like, don't do it? How about fuck you, Kyle? I mean, Icarus.
Is he the weird one that looks like dry Ezra Miller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dry Ezra Miller has mind control powers. Like, it looks really good. Even the suits, which look kind of uninspired and stills, like they kind of look pretty badass in the movie. Like, it's pretty cool.
Did that loincloth ever pop up? You see what Richard Mann's working with?
They taped that shit down real good. They weren't fucking around. They made real sure to keep this thing PG-13. What else? One of a kid calls Icarus Superman at one point, and that kind of broke my brain. Because, again, like, in a world where there really are Avengers and shit like that, doesn't need to be Superman comics. Because that shit's on the news. You know, it's very odd. Very weird thing to do. But he does do a lot of Superman-type shit, so makes sense. But, like, that kid shouldn't have any frame of reference for what a Superman is kind of my point. But, you know, whatever.
I mean,
by and large, it's just really fucking long, but somehow isn't long enough. It's weird. It's worth watching, but, you know, at this point, I would say you can wait for Disney Plus.
Sounds
This will
good.
happen any minute now. Speaking of, if you've not watched the Shang Chi, that shit's on the Disney Plus. It's real fucking good, you guys.
I watched that the other day.
Yeah, we watched it last
Disney
night.
Plus Day.
I thought it was just fine.
Yeah.
I thought it was really fun. Well, those fights were.
I was like, oh, maybe this one is the one I'll show to Will because he's big into like karate right now. And then it was like, yeah, your mother was murdered and there's monster demons flying out of the sky. And I was like, maybe this one's not one.
Oh, that fucking the mother soul sucker. That thing was awesome.
Yeah.
Did not
the
expect
monsters
that.
I'm less worried about. More so the idea of like introducing the concept of like 7 men may just show up and beat your mother to death. Like, that's not,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Has he never seen? Has he never seen a Disney? Like, no Disney has 2 parents. One of them's always been murdered or killed by something.
The way that the parents die, like, he's not worried that like Lisa's gonna get trampled by wildebeests, right? Like,
Well, maybe he should be.
Maybe he should be. I'm just
if
saying.
anybody's gonna.
Lee, you commented on the fight scenes, which I enjoyed the fight scenes, except for it seemed like one of my biggest problems with the movie is it seemed like a lot of the fight scenes did that thing where they stitched together multiple shots, you know, to kind of give it the flow, like that Avengers splash page moment where you don't see any camera cuts, but you know that they're there when, you know, changing direction of the camera. And there was a lot I felt of, remember in Jurassic Park where Lex falls out of the ceiling and the raptors beneath her, and then the stunt woman looks up and they had to superimpose Lex's face over the stunt woman? There was a lot of that in Shang-Chi. A lot.
I honestly did not notice.
Yeah, I didn't notice. Are you telling me that the Avengers circle thing is not one shot?
I
Next, you're
mean,
gonna tell me that these dogs aren't real.
well, you got to be specific. Like, some of these dogs aren't real, Mahoney.
Clifford, not real.
Not real.
Clifford is definitely real. He's not red, but he's real.
What?
We went to see Clifford, you guys.
Yeah.
How was it?
We went to see. It was Nicole's Avengers Endgame. She was so fucking happy.
Oh, why?
You know it's on
'cause
Paramount Plus, right?
I don't have that. I'm not gonna get it.
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
paying for another
because
fucking streaming thing.
it used to be CBS All Access.
Yeah. Yeah, you sure you don't have it?
Yeah, I had it for 2 years, and then it canceled. And they changed the name, and I'm like,
There's no
not doing it.
remnants of it laying around in your house anywhere, like a ladybug?
Not doing that shit. Fuck off. No, she loved it. Her and Jax loved it. Me and Zoe were like, this is fucking stupid.
We pressed play on it, and everyone lost interest, and no one finished it.
Oh man. Going back to Shang-Chi, I appreciate that the first scene you see Simu Liu in, he's already shirtless, like right off the bat. Like they don't even wait to give you that moment where he has to change into something else. He's already shirtless. And it made me think, you know, you talked about Eternals was definitely going for that PG-13. You got to think eventually one of these Marvel movies is going to have full male frontal nudity, right?
Probably Deadpool
I actually
3.
don't think.
What's that dick?
Yeah, I think that's how the pilot episode of She-Hulk ends. Like Banner gets all mad, he hulks out, and just Hulk hog for the last 4 or 5 seconds. It's like the end of Sleepaway Camp, but it's the Hulk.
Oh my god!
The camera just pans
If
back.
anybody's gonna do it, it feels like the Hulk. Or Thor.
Okay,
Or not.
have we all seen Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Wong does the portal thing into the bar to get Shang-Chi and Awkwafina, which, like, God bless Awkwafina's heart. She doesn't need to be there. Like,
No,
she does not need to go to the Sanctum Sanctorum with Shang-Chi.
Like, I know how to shoot a bow and arrow. Can I come?
But, like, so they do the portal thing to bring Shang-Chi and Katie back to the Sanctum Sanctorum, but then Skype with Bruce Banner and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And why? Why, oh why, does Brie Larson's hair always look terrible in these movies? What is happening?
She, like, can't show up on time or something. She, like, always is late, and they're just like, get her out of the hair care. They, like, let's go.
Get the
Hurry
wig
up.
team.
Yeah. It's weird. It is very strange to actively have the teleportation guy having a Skype call with people. Like, he could literally stick his head through a portal.
Like we're all sitting around a table talking about these rings. Like, don't you guys want to, like, be here so you could, like, look at them in person, not through a Google Meet window?
They're all too busy. Got too much shit going on, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, they're really busy finding out about these Eternals and being like, what the fuck? These guys have been here the whole time? Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're busy finding about these Eternals and shooting their Disney Plus shows.
So, am I to believe that the threat in Eternals that brings the band back together is a larger threat than Thanos?
No.
Oh. All right.
Lee, tell me
Maybe-
about the time
no,
one
okay,
of
is
the
it
Eternals
just
cried
somebody's
about
birthday?
the atomic bomb.
That actually does happen.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no.
know.
Yeah, that actually does
no.
happen. Yeah. Because that's another one of the weird things about the movie is that they're like, you know, we're gonna come down and we're gonna fuck up these deviants, which look really cool, by the way. Like, they look awesome. Like, when they were fighting, and they look great. So we're gonna come in, we're gonna go to Earth and fuck up these deviants, and, you know, keep humans safe and stuff. But we can't interfere with humans, human like life and shit like that. And then they're like, but let's, like, you know, give them technology and shit. Not like interfering, but okay. Like, all right, whatever.
Also, you're welcome. We invented American Sign Language.
Yeah. I'm nitpicking some shit. It actually is pretty fun. It's good. And fucking your boy Dane Mahoney.
Ooh,
Oh fuck yeah, Dane.
can't wait.
Your boy Dane. That's actually pretty cool. Like all the stuff with him in it, it's kind of neat. I like it.
Nice.
He's a professor at the beginning of the movie, and I'm like, oh, this guy shouldn't be teaching. He doesn't know nothing. I saw that in the movie once in a show.
Let me guess.
Yeah, Mahoney gets it.
One of the post-credit sequences is one of the Eternals has some sort of MacGuffin, and all of a sudden a portal opens, and Wong drags them to the Sanctum Sanctorum, and then they have a Skype call with Rocket Raccoon and Happy Hogan.
Yep, fucking nailed it. Fucking nailed it.
And Rocket Raccoon is just saying the worst shit you've ever imagined.
Oh my god. What's going on, Knize? It's long enough.
That is it. I saw Shang Chi. Everything else is a blur. Leave tomorrow for Anime NYC, and that's been pretty much. We got back from MJ BizCon, and my body was not prepared for that recovery process. So 3 weeks later, we're back at it again. And then we come back Monday. Thanksgiving is next week, and then we leave again for Dallas the week after that.
Oh, wow.
And what's in Dallas?
Anime Frontier. That's the
one.
Texas version of Anime NYC.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Very exciting. Yeah, that shit. What's going on, Kelly?
Not much. I've been playing more Lost Judgment. I've recently completed the motorcycle gang side bit where you had to race a bunch of people on your motorcycle.
Like you do.
Yep. In death races. And then just before the show, I finished up the photography club side quest.
Oh.
Yeah. I only have 2 more clubs left to go to complete the school bit. And then I'm pretty much done after that. So I'm very close to reaching the golden $1 per hour that I've put into the game. So I think I'm at like 57 hours at this point. But once I get that 60, once you get that 60, that's that golden $1 per hour.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yep. At that point, that's basically free. You can entertain yourself for an hour on $1.
Yeah, I fucking dare you to find that kind of value.
I mean, I can do that on TikTok for free.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so I have a legitimate TikTok question.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what made me think of it, but how does it exist? Because I don't believe.
Well, with a mommy TikTok and a daddy TikTok.
I don't think there's ads on it, right?
Okay, so I've never seen an ad, but I am told that there are ads on maybe like the Apple app or something. But I have never seen an ad.
No, there are 100% ads.
Never seen one.
No, not like paid talks.
Yeah. I've seen like sponsored posts.
Right.
There are supposed to be like
one thing.
full-on ads.
Mahoney, you sent me that ad for watermelons the other day.
Yeah, that was not an ad. That was
Are you
a
sure?
dream. Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that was to get me to buy a watermelon.
It's effective because it made you want to buy a watermelon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it worked, but I don't think it was designed to do that.
Huh. All right.
I'm just there's I keep going back to the astronomical amount of data that this fucking thing is taking up and consuming every single day. It's got to be expensive to maintain.
Well, Lee, when the Chinese want to Trojan horse themselves into everyone's phones, they make a fun little app to do it.
I think that is a lot of the theory on where all their money comes from is China just harvests data on millions of people and then sells it. So I don't know. I had a very long discussion when TikTok first went big and everybody would be going nuts about, but China owns it. I'm like, what do I give a shit who spies on me? I'm getting spied on all day long.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm supposed to care which country's doing it? Whatever.
Oh, you think the vaccine is going to put a microchip in your arm? Where did you find that out? On your cell phone that you carry everywhere with you?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
They're gonna use it to track you. I read about it on this tracking device.
Yeah. Like, and if they could track us, don't you think they'd like find murdered people? You know, like.
There's no money in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they can track us. They don't want to track us. So they're certainly not going to invest any money in injecting trackers into us.
They
Like,
can't
they could
show
do it right now if they wanted, and they're like, I'm not interested.
They can't show ads to murdered or missing people.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't know.
Murdered
how
and
they
missing
fund
people
it.
are the worst demo altogether.
Yeah.
They're
And,
the
like,
worst demo. No one gives a
Lee,
fuck.
not only does it exist, they pay their creators.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, they pay them money to make that content.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
If you get big enough on TikTok, you get on the payroll.
right. And you
Like
get,
from
like,
TikTok, not
a
like
lot.
a sponsor.
Yeah.
Like from
No,
TikTok.
TikTok.
That's fucking crazy. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I don't get it
YouTube
either.
kind of does the same thing. I mean, it's via
It's very
ads.
similar.
But yeah, YouTube's got ads out the ass though.
Yeah. But it's a very similar thing of like they're paying the creators to create content because Adult Kelly there did a whole breakdown of what he gets to create on YouTube versus what he gets to create on TikTok.
But he doesn't. Never mind. Let's say he's not creating a goddamn thing.
He creates all sorts of stuff. I don't send
What's it
you
create?
those. I don't send you those videos.
He
does all
created
sorts of
inward
stuff.
singing.
People ask him questions, and he goes into like the scientific reason behind it all. Like, where's a candle go? You light a candle and it disappears. Like, where'd it go?
Are you fucking serious?
No, like, where is it, Lee?
It
Is
vaporizes.
it like
It's in your butt.
like you breathe it in? Is it on your clothes? Like, where did it go?
It burns.
Yeah, but
It
and
goes
then
the same place
where's it go?
everything goes when it burns.
which is where,
Entropy.
Lee? There was a one on today. There was a TikTok today that said, "Is there a perfect amount of water you can drink where your body has exactly the right amount of water and there's no need for peeing?"
No,
And
that's
apparently
not a
the answer
thing.
is no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you need that water to filter shit out. So no matter what, you're gonna have to pee.
Yeah, well, these are the things that people learn on TikTok. Like Kelly
So
saw that
by-
TikTok.
So by creating, you mean answering questions from fucking idiots.
WikiHow.com.
Everything's just repackaged, Lee. There's only 7 story types.
Don't.
Lee, you know what
Fucking
it's time for?
Don't, goddammit. What's the time for, Cal?
It's time for Wrestle Talk.
Hey!
This weekend
That's
was
some good wrestle.
a couple good events. The first of which I want to talk about was the GCW's Nick Gage Invitational 6.
6?
6 is their 6th one.
You're telling me Nick Gage hand wrote a bunch of
Tried this
invitations?
Yeah, he rates them with a quill and ink, puts a nice little like wax stamp on each one, and sends them off. This time around, we had 2 people from the Japanese deathmatch world come over, Rina Yamashita and Masashi Takeda. So that was fun. In the finals, Takeda took on Alex Colon. And Takeda came in defending the GCW Ultraviolent title, which he had won from Drew Parker over in Big Japan. And the finals was really good. But at some point in the match, Colon sliced his head open so bad, they had to electrical tape a towel to his face.
I'm going to say that is
Why
objectively the
electrical tape?
worst kind of tape to use.
Yeah, electrical tape barely sticks to anything.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know why it stuck the whole time. So like whatever they had, it worked really well. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
so
would
weird.
never use that. But yeah, so they taped him up, and at that point I realized that Takeda was just pretty much wrestling a blind man the rest of the match. and had to pretty much just wrestle himself. And it was still great because Takeda's fucking awesome. But it was
That's fucking
amazing
nuts.
that he was able to get Cologne through the rest of the match, including like doing shit like Spanish flies off the top rope through
Oh my
panes
god.
of glass. Yeah, it was wild. Good tournament overall. I enjoyed the show. Definitely worth watching. And then that led directly into Full Gear. Because there was the 3-hour show. It started at 4, and then 7 o'clock was Full Gear. So I had a nice big old block of wrestling on my Saturday.
That's a lot of wrestling, Kelly.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Even just the one show was a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, and I'd watch
Yeah.
a 3-hour show before then. Yeah, so Full Gear was pretty good. I enjoyed it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that was a very good show. I liked it a lot. There was, a couple of snoozers, but for the most part, I thought it was pretty well packed.
Yeah.
The Bleacher Report app sucked, and that kind of ruined the whole event.
Yeah, that's what
essentially.
I heard. A lot of people are having trouble with Bleacher
Yeah,
Report.
I won't pay $50 to see something through Bleacher Report again. I'd rather cheat the man and get a VPN like somebody I know.
Yeah.
Go
I'm
through
not cheating the
Fight.
goddamn thing.
I didn't say your name. I was talking about Jose.
Oh, okay, but I fucking pay for that shit.
Jose's here? I just heard him.
He starts talking.
Talking. Yeah. Jose's like, I'm gonna land at the farm.
No.
I thought fucking Darby and MJF was great.
Amazing.
Punk and Eddie was great.
Yep.
Yeah, Darby
I like
and
that
MJF
element.
was so good. Like it was tough to live up to that with the rest of the matches. Just
Yeah,
so
it
well
was
done.
Exceptional.
Yeah, and
Very,
like
very good.
because we were talking about the tag title match came after that. And apparently those two teams, and not just they had trouble following it up, but apparently they were not in sync. Like, I guess the FTR was pretty mad when they came through the curtain. Like, Phoenix kicked one of them in the head real hard on accident, and they just weren't having a good night.
Huh.
Well,
The match was pretty good though.
FTR, you're gonna have to figure it out. Was WWE the bad place, or it seems your problems seem to follow you everywhere you go? So figure it out.
Maybe he just doesn't like wrestling.
Maybe. No, those dudes love wrestling.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It doesn't sound like it.
You know what they love more than wrestling?
Talks?
Hugging each other when they come into the ring.
Hugging each other when they come?
Yep.
Okay.
Usually that's saved for afterwards.
Yep.
Just two sweaty wrestlers being like, hold me, dude, I'm about to come.
Darwin in the chat asks, so is VPN the new Blu-ray? LOL.
I mean, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not-
so
not
for
bad.
I went 4.25 stars on MJF and Darby and Brian Danielson versus Miro.
That was
and
also
then,
a good one.
Yeah, and then 4.5 on Punk versus Eddie and Omega versus Hangman. It was good
What
to see
about,
Hangman get the win.
What about Cody's match? What did you think about that one?
I think I fell asleep.
Yeah, it was just completely unnecessary.
It was a dynamite
Totally
match.
unnecessary.
That didn't need to be
Yeah.
on the pay-per-view.
I mean,
No,
to be
not at all.
perfectly honest, that was a Raw match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just I don't know. It was unremarkable in every way. And then, the fucking street fight was technically a pay-per-view match, I guess, but I still didn't care for it.
No.
I liked it well, which wait? The street fight. I was thinking the false count anywhere.
No, that
But
was
that
great.
was fun. I like that.
Yeah, that was
pretty
fun. That was just a little longer than I would have liked.
Little too long.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
the
only
street
thing wrong with
fight
it.
was-
a little long.
They didn't even have Lambert beat Jericho.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't know, man. Like they didn't do a whole hell of a lot with the street fight part of it. I guess like it was. Very
I really enjoyed when they all just stood on the apron like a. It was a well-behaved street fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What are you doing on the apron? It's a street fight. You gonna
Yeah.
tag in? What the fuck?
Yeah, that was really dumb.
That's really dumb.
Yeah, I think my favorite
never
match.
see him on TV again.
Yeah, you'll see him again probably. I think my favorite match was Eddie versus Punk. Because it was nice to see Punk in a match that wasn't just I'm happy to be here.
Right. Yeah, I felt that very early in Punk's return. Like, let's get past this whole love fest thing. The smiling Punk. Like that's
the Saturday Night Live host.
Yeah, that's not why people latched onto you, Punk.
Yeah.
Because you're fucking Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky. I did love when he teased the 5-knuckle shuffle. That was fucking awesome. Yeah, he basically
That was pretty awesome.
He basically played the heel in that match.
Yeah.
They kind of both played the heel.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
great.
honestly, they got me. I really felt like Eddie could have walked away with it. I really thought he could have won because I feel like he could have beat him, and I think people would have been totally cool with it.
Yeah, I was happy to see the crowd as behind Eddie as they were.
Because Eddie fucking rules.
He does.
Yeah,
no one would touch that dude for years.
And they put out that PC Road at Players Tribune like the day before, so everybody just loved him that much more when he came out. You know.
Yeah.
Very good stuff. I would really like to see more from them. I would really hate. It'd be a shame if this is a one and done kind of thing with those two. They were great.
Yeah, I think we'll see more eventually.
Cool.
The wrestling is good.
Not you, WWE.
Not you.
What you got going on, Mahoney?
Well, Lee, I have a question for you.
What wrestling did you watch, Mahoney?
I didn't watch any wrestling, Kelly. But Kelly,
Did Will
you
watch
can
any
answer this
wrestling?
question, too. No, of course not. That's banned. Blocked. Blocked.
So
Lee, if you
pulled
had
the
to
kid's
choose,
YouTube with it, huh?
if you had to choose between getting, like, let's start off with an opening question. You don't want to have HIV, right?
Definitely not. No.
Definitely not. Okay, so if you had to choose between,
hard no on that one.
you had to choose between having HIV or getting hit by a bat. It's hit by a bat, right?
Where am I getting hit by the bat?
Well, I don't care. Wherever you want. Where do you want to get hit by the bat? In the arm?
Sure.
In the back? Like where do you want it?
Yeah, probably the arm. I'd rather have HIV than get hit in the head with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that okay. So that was where we were going. Is how many times would you have to be hit with the bat before you'd be like, never mind, it's HIV?
I'll take the HIV.
If it's a headshot with a baseball bat, once.
Who's
I'd
swinging?
be like, no.
You're like lasting concussion symptoms here. I don't need that.
No, not lasting concussion, traumatic brain damage. Like you can manage HIV with pills. I don't want to get hit in the head with a baseball bat. No.
All right, so let's say it's your back. Let's say it's across the back.
No, then I'll never be able to walk again. Like I'll take the AIDS.
Okay, fine. The arm. You're the one who was picking where.
How about
Does Lee at least get to have fun when he gets HIV the first time?
Does Lee seem like he's gonna have fun with HIV?
No. Like in the process of getting it.
Oh.
Yeah,
no,
how do I get
no,
it?
Blood transfusion.
Oh.
Of course.
That's a real bummer.
Yeah.
What if he's strapped to a bed misery style and we take the baseball bat to his ankles?
It's his choice.
Would you rather
I
have
thought this
HIV?
number would be much higher than 1.
Would you rather have HIV or be hobbled?
Okay, here's the thing. We one night at the gym, we were fucking around, and we had this big kick bag out. You know, we were throwing kicks, training and shit like that. And then, and we're talking big, powerful guys throwing kicks, right? And then, we're taking turns to hold the bag and stuff like that. And then somebody just whips out a fucking baseball bat and says, "Watch this," and swings the bat at the kick bag, and it knocks us back a couple feet. It's like, oh shit, bat way worse than a kick. It'll fucking wreck you. Like a well-strung bat will fuck you up, like way more than a person can. So yeah, I don't want that in my life. I'll take the HIV.
Okay. All right.
But like a meaty area. Like if it's to the arm, whatever, like it's gonna fuck my arm up, but my arm will grow back.
Grow back.
Yeah, I can fix that.
Severs
Like
the arm.
Kurt Connors?
Yeah, really.
Nothing in the head. I'm gonna say nothing. I would think I'd rather take the HIV than getting hobbled misery style, because that's fucking horrible. I don't think I ever come back from that.
Wow.
You never come back from that. That's the thing. Like something like that, like a catastrophic injury like that, like your life is never the same. So like I'd rather my life never be the same and be able to walk.
Well, and they've done wonders in the treatment of HIV these days. We
100%.
kind of all grew up in the time of AIDS and HIV being this big boogeyman. So isn't it kind of weird that there are actual legitimate pharmaceutical commercials for HIV medication on television these days? That's just weird. That feels like a Saturday Night Live sketch, right?
Yeah. I mean, coming from where we were,
right,
where we came from, yeah, absolutely,
yeah. Show Tom Hanks in Philadelphia the Keytruda commercial. right. I don't even know if Keytruda is an HIV medication, but I know whenever I hear the name of it, I think of it as a line Jabba the Hutt would say. Keytruda.
Because these kids don't understand. Like when we were coming up, it was like, if you have sex, you're gonna get AIDS and die.
Yeah.
like what? Like that was it. It was gonna happen. It was definitely gonna happen, and there was nothing to do about it because you're not Magic Johnson. Like, he's the one that got a pass. And that was like, take a pill. They have a pill that will keep you from getting it, like preemptive. It's like a AIDS vitamin. It's crazy. What a time to be alive.
It's wild.
Yeah.
If only there was a pill that could keep me from getting hit by a bat.
Yeah, there's no pill that's like, if I hit you with this baseball bat, it won't collapse your fucking skull. Like, no, I will definitely take the HIV over the bat. Why? Yeah, to Kelly's point, why the fuck do you ask?
Well,
I don't know.
Surprise!
You're planning a Christmas present.
Surprise! Mahoney gave us all HIV.
Yeah,
why do I ask?
That's not even hard.
Well, what was the thought process? Where did it come from? Like, were you just sitting at your desk thinking about this?
I mean, some scientists say that it came from apes. It
was one of those things where it's like, I would definitely rather get hit by a bat than get HIV. And then I was like, how many times? And then I was like, no, I don't need to decide this. I'll make them decide it on the show.
Yeah, no, that's a 1. It's I would take 0 hits to the bat, depending on location. Yeah, nah.
Well, yeah, the location is key, because I don't want to get hit in the face with it. Like I don't want to get murdered. I don't want to get Walking Deaded with a baseball bat.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like a bat is such an effective way of fucking things up. They're like, oh, we'll use this on all these zombies walking around. Like, no one ever tried to fuck a zombie to death in The Walking Dead.
I bet somebody did.
Surprise, zombies! We gave you HIV.
Watch that be the way to solve it. Like, that's the most effective way to take them out, an STD.
Oh, God.
So, we want to watch this Spider-Man trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, let's. Because I've actually been waiting for it, yeah.
All right.
Fucking do it.
So, this...
what do you think about the posters, Kelly?
They suck. They're just trash.
I mean, it's bad. Every poster that happens in this day and age looks like shit. When's the last time anyone saw a movie poster and was like, oh, this is iconic?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Lost art.
All right, so this just dropped this evening. The new trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's watch it.
Trailer for the trailer.
So fucking stupid.
Ever since I got bit by that spider, I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget the Peter Parker Spider-Man, we started getting some visitors. From every universe.
Hello, Peter. You're not Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there. We need to send them back. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
Look, there has to be another way.
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe.
You're not gonna take this away from me. Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone. What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
December 17th, exclusively in movie theaters. Tickets on sale November 29th. Spider Monday.
Spider Monday. Get the fuck out of here. What a terrible way to end that.
Get the fuck out of here.
Cut that whole part right out of it. Spider Monday. Ugh. And like,
Fucking
what was
no.
that voice? Like, make it be the TikTok Rocket Raccoon voice.
Okay, now, having just watched Shang Chi and knowing the connection between Shang Chi and Wong and Doctor Strange, when they're showing Strange fucking up that initial spell, the light that he's messing with kind of looks like the rings intertwined a little bit. I could be wrong, but it's very fresh in my mind. That was weird.
I feel like they're giving us a lot of the movie in the trailers.
They still haven't showed us Tobey Maguire.
No,
Strange
but like
because
a lot of the story.
That was a lot of the story, but up until like that moment, they gave us like absolutely nothing of the story.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "All right, here it all is." You know,
Yeah, and it's
so-
like if you take the first two trailers together, you've got the
whole
first two
movie.
acts of that movie easily.
Yeah. And the
That's an
third
interesting
act
angle,
is,
though.
The third act is pretty clear.
Yeah.
That's an interesting angle, though, to be like, their Spider-Mans all killed them.
Yeah.
Instead of being like,
Yeah.
what? I don't want to do that. It's like, like, fuck. That's
So
interesting.
were they taken out of their universes like right before they were gonna die?
That's a
Apparently.
very interesting question. They kind of do that bit, or not that bit, but they reference something like that in the latest issue of Crossover. I used to read that one, Kelly.
Yeah.
So the main character, she's sitting across from the two Powers cops in the interrogation room, and they're talking about all whatever. And like she kind of interrupts him at one point, and she's like, "Hey, real quick," she's like, "From what point in the story are you guys from?" And they're like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, like, how much do you know like his fucking secret origin?" And she's like, "What? Okay, so you're from pretty early on in the story, then. Okay, great." You know, which is kind of a fun thing to think about. It never really occurred to me, but it's the same kind of deal here. Like, when
Where's that Dr. Octopus from?
yeah,
I really
know.
hate the part where they all laugh about his name.
It's a ridiculous name. Though.
I mean, it was kind of funny. It's a stupid name.
But you don't acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Not to his face. They should have laughed about it, the three of them alone. Because that's what I would do.
Yeah. That's
I
just
think
rude.
I'd be like, nice to meet you, Otto. And then when Otto left, I'd be like, fucking Otto Octavius?
I think in general, in movies, and specifically Marvel movies these days, like, we gotta stop pointing and laughing at our own concepts and stories within.
Yeah, because that shit's making you billions.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out what happens in a month. Very exciting. Pretty stoked.
It's kind of wild that tickets go on sale just like 3 weeks ahead of time.
Yeah, Spider Monday.
Spider Monday.
Spider Monday.
Spider Monday.
I just got a job as a voiceover actor. Spider Monday.
That's one of the worst things I've ever heard.
Oh, it was
Pretty
terrible.
terrible. That was pretty bad.
Pulled me right out of the whole thing.
That whole trailer was basically 3 minutes of what those movie posters make me feel like.
Yeah, kind of. No, I'm not. I'm kind of. I'm not far off.
It was very glossy, and I don't know.
Look, we don't need the fucking trailers. Like,
No,
we're all gonna go see it. Everyone's gonna go see it. Just like, people busting the posters balls. I'm like, the poster is the least important part of this entire fucking exercise.
But also,
so
you
could
could
don't give a fuck about it.
You could
You're
also
a billion-dollar company. Do better.
Yeah, you could also make a better poster. Like,
sure,
you could make
Sure
a
they
better
could.
trailer
Clip
than
art
that.
Green Goblin in there.
They just straight up showed Power Ranger Green Goblin. They didn't give a fuck.
Yep.
It's like, here you go. You guys love this, right?
That is kind of crazy that 20 years of people bragging on that Green Goblin. They're like, nah, we're not changing it.
No,
Fuck you guys.
not even. Like, it's a multiverse story. We don't give a fuck. Here you go.
Yeah.
Power
It
Ranger.
could
Yeah,
be-
and like that,
It could
I'm
be
fine with
any
that.
Green Goblin, but no, it's the shitty one.
Yeah, because I keep seeing leaks of, like, Willem Dafoe in the kind of classic Green Goblin costume without a mask on and kind of all battle damaged. But, who knows what's real and what's fake these days.
I wonder what's coming through with those purple cracks in the sky.
I hope it's just a shitload of like Spider-Man villains.
Is
it going to be like Moreland's and his family? Like,
is it Kang?
Could be. I mean, it could be a Kang's.
I don't think it'll be Kang.
I feel like I'd be really disappointed if it was Kang.
Kang?
Yeah, it's probably not Kang.
If it's
Kang's
something
not, like,
not
multiverse.
Spider-Man related,
Well-
I'm going to be real pissed.
Going back to Shang Chi real quick, I saw someone make this criticism, and I kind of agree with it. The 10 rings, even though they're not the 10 rings from the comics, they're different. They're not finger rings. They're arm rings. They're weapons.
Yeah.
But part of the thing about the rings in the comics is each one has its own kind of power, almost like an infinity gem.
Yeah.
But then in the movie, it's just, okay, these 10 rings just give me energy powers. That's it. Like, I can turn them into whips, and I can shoot them off my arms. It's just power. It's not any sort of specific power.
Well, having just come off the Infinity Gauntlet, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't really bother me because I feel like more often than not, the idea of the rings just ends up turning into, I've got a bunch of power. And
I shoot
nothing
fire
like specific.
and I shoot ice.
Oh,
yeah.
And
right.
Spoiler alert to anyone that hasn't seen it. Ben Kingsley, like, that's a cool. It's a fun little joke, but to have him figure into the rest of the movie after you introduce him, like, no, thank you. Please don't remind me of Iron Man 3 any more than you need to.
Nah, I'm fucking into it. But I'm the guy who loved Iron Man 3, so I didn't mind one bit.
The worst Marvel movie of all time, as of right now.
Okay. So we've been talking about we need to figure out a Christmas movie commentary, and since Jose's not here and he voted Iron Man 3 the worst
I love it.
Marvel movie of all time, I think we need to do Iron Man 3 as our Christmas movie commentary this
Yeah.
year.
I think we absolutely have to do Iron Man 3 as our Christmas commentary. Because Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
All
Yep.
right, let's do
Jose,
it.
what do you think? He's in.
I got shots to the northeast.
Basketball.
What's up on the classic this week,
We
Knize?
do have a classic this week. Since we're doing
All
top
right.
6 holiday memories, I went through the archives looking for holiday memories. And this one isn't particularly about a holiday, but it's from around the holidays. And for those of you that might be new to the show and don't know some of our many, many running inside jokes, this Popcast classic is from Popcast 449 from December 2018. And this will explain to you the meaning behind Jose's clip in the intro where he says, just like Elton John all over again, just with less death threats.
All right. So enjoy this, and we'll be back in a minute. Love you. Bye.
Enjoy the refreshing taste of an ice-cold Popcast classic.
What's going on with you guys? We didn't do a show last week because you had to not go to a thing. How'd that go?
That's a
But hey,
great-
he made a friend.
You did work friend.
It's true. Yeah, we went to a thing. It just was a lot shorter than we expected it to be.
Oh man, I cannot imagine the fucking just bummed out honkies.
So
One guy behind me said, "I hope he dies in his sleep."
What the fuck?
Oh my god!
What the fuck? Okay, so before we get too far into it, last Tuesday, I had tickets for me and Mary, and I had gotten them for my mom for Mother's Day. So we brought my mom and my dad to see Elton John, and Jose and his lady also went. Elton John's farewell tour. He's doing a 3-year farewell tour, farewell to the Yellow Brick Road, and it'll be his last tour. And he made his way to Orlando at the Amway Arena on Tuesday night. And, man, we all...
Or did he say bye?
My folks come by. We go out and get a nice dinner. Then we head out to the Amway. Traffic's a little nuts. Getting into the building's nuts. A lot of white people. A lot of fucking honkies. Like, more honkies than I've seen in a while.
A lot of boas.
Yeah, and everyone is already 2-3 drinks in. And the show is supposed to promptly start at 8. Like, we even got an email that's like, Sir Elton will be taking the stage at 8 o'clock. There will be no openers.
Yeah, but it wasn't even, like, packed at 8.
No, it wasn't. Because the traffic was so bad and getting people into the building was a mess. So, yeah, it was not full at 8 o'clock. So we could understand, like, 8 o'clock rolls around, they don't start the show, 8:10 rolls around. Sure, there's still a bunch of seats that are empty. I get it.
Also, he's like, no, I'm Elton fucking John. I'm not going out there to a fucking 25% packed crowd. No, you get these fuckers in the seats, and then I come on.
That's a great point. I think I made a similar point. Before we even got to the seats, though, so you guys remember the story from a few months back where me and Mary went to the Star Wars in concert and we saw Kevin Owens with his kids?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we went to fucking the Magic Kingdom a couple weeks ago, and we stopped at the little Speedway gas station outside of Magic Kingdom as we're leaving to get some Powerades and shit, and there's fucking Kevin Owens again. And looking great. Like, he's been injured. He got surgery on both knees, but he looks fucking slim. He looks like he's moving around good. He's got some Kerouac hair going on. Look great. And I said to Mary, I'm like, if we see this motherfucker in public again, like, we're officially best friends. Like, that's what's happening. So we're walking around the concourse of the Amway Arena, and here comes Kevin Owens and his wife. I'm like, holy shit, I should say something. So just as we're passing,
bro, we do the same shit together.
I know, he will block you on Twitter if you play games. So, like, I didn't want to bother him and his wife on fucking date night. So just as we're passing, I'm just like, hey, man, big fan. And he said, thank you, and we are now best friends. So,
all right, good to hear.
So we get to our seats, and, man, this fucking foursome of, I'm assuming, office friends sit down next to me, and they're already drunk, spilling their shit everywhere. I said to no one in particular, like, if you were a single dude, you could fucking clean up at this Elton John show, because chicks were ready to get wet and wild. And so we're sitting there, and then 8:30 rolls around, and an announcement comes over the PA, and it says, attention Amway Arena, I'm sorry, but Elton John has come down with an ear infection. He will not be playing tonight. save your tickets.
He stuttered though.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the delay.
No one came out or anything. This was just
Sir Elton John will not be playing tonight. Please keep your ticket stubs and
thank you.
Exit the building.
Yes.
Is this a fucking joke?
Everyone
And then the
immediately
lights turn on.
everyone is like, this is a joke. This isn't real. And then all the house lights come on, and you just hear this oh, what? No! And people people still did not believe it. But the scene of all these middle-aged to older-aged honkies making their way out of the Amway Arena 3 drinks in and just being released into the wild and
oh no,
and just pissed that this was the most fucking adversity these people have ever seen in their lives was Elton John canceling the concert, and they couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe their luck, and how dare he? I saw one of the local news people tweet some guy who said, Elton John's music will never grace my speakers again.
Grace the speakers.
Mary argues, and I agree with her, that because she was checking to make sure everything was good and the show was still on before we left, and it would have been nice to know before we left. But I also get that they're waiting until fucking game time to make that call.
Because here's my
There's that too.
Is they sold drinks that you cannot refund, and they sold merch that you cannot refund.
Yeah, but you drink those drinks and you get to keep that merch. It's not like you lost anything, but if it had been canceled before if it had been canceled before you got
need to
there,
recoup that money to put on the replacement show, because the shit was set up. You still had to pay people.
Right. Exactly. I just get that maybe you want to push it to the last possible minute, but it sucks. And if he's got an ear infection, I don't want to hear him sing anyhow. I want him at 100%.
Yeah.
Stick a bunch of B12 up his butt and fucking give me the full Elton, you know?
It's a sex move now. The full Elton.
Oh, I bet it
I
is.
think it's been one for a while.
Speaking of sex moves, spent Thanksgiving with my parents. That is the best fucking segue I've ever done in my life. Nothing quenches your thirst quite like a Popcast classic.
I hope he dies in his sleep.
Yep. I think about that every now and then.
Jose actually showed me, he sent me a screenshot the other day that Elton's still touring off of that Farewell to the Yellow Brick Road tour. That was from
saying goodbye for a long time.
That was from 2018, but also, COVID, so I mean, he's going to be touring until 2040.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's all he does. You know what I mean? Those guys, that's. I mean, they don't really know.
Once
how
they
to
stop,
quit,
they die.
Yeah, right.
That's true. I'll go to my grave. I saw Elton John and Billy Joel within, the same year, I think it was, and Billy Joel brought it, man. More so than Elton did.
It's the cocaine.
Old claim. I've not seen Billy Joel, but I have seen Elton John. It's a good show. I mean, fucking obviously. I'm like, that Elton John's all right. That kid's gonna go places. Fucking stupid. Oh my god. All right. Fucking play my music, Jason. Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6. Top 6.
6. I still like 6.
Somehow, some way, the holiday season is upon us.
It is up our ass.
There are 6 Mondays left until Christmas.
Oh my god.
Fucking insane. That doesn't sound right. But I know it is. It's so fucking crazy.
We're basically doing a mulligan on Christmas this year because we signed up for that Star Wars hotel, and that's essentially our Christmas presents to each other for forever.
That's a great Christmas.
So it's like, okay, no Christmas this year. I had mentioned something about a stocking for her, and she was like, "What? Stocking? No, we're not doing Christmas."
Oh, so she means it, like no Christmas.
Hey, cool.
Yeah, fuck it.
You should mess with her and tell her you want that the party wagon.
Don't. I don't though. I don't. I honestly don't.
Yeah, I don't either. Like
It's
I
not-
can't imagine. Like
It's not
How?
worth. You have to assume NECA is working on one, and it'll be $150 because they do those street dioramas are $150. You're telling me this party wagon is $500
No, it's fucking
with
absurd.
$100
yeah.
shipping?
I want to know like I would love for them to go through and like justify why it costs this much.
It's the nature of the Super 7 business model where whatever they do will appreciate in value because it's such a limited quantity that they're making.
Yeah.
All right.
So not only they're preying on the fans of the different properties, but they're also preying on the collector, the psycho collector, who will jump at the chance to drop 500 on a party wagon, a 20-inch long Ninja Turtles party wagon, which doesn't even have a whole lot of accessories as far as like functionality that I can see.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't have $500 worth of accessories.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't come with the 4 turtles.
Yeah.
right. No, it's fucking nuts. But I bet that bitch sells out. I bet it does.
I don't even know if they do sell out because they're all pre-orders.
Yeah, do they even make any more than beyond what the initial demand is?
Well, that's an even bigger reason to drop that $500 down. You might not get another chance to.
Now they set a precedent with that Thunder Tank, so it's $500 from here on out. I said it.
Ugh.
I called it.
That's so
At least
gross.
the Thunder Tank is humongous. Like, this is not nearly as big as that Thunder Tank. Or maybe it is. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna. I ain't getting it. Who gives a shit? It's fine.
We're a toy podcast.
We are
Yeah.
We fucking may as well be.
Some
So,
boy
yeah.
toys talking about toy boys.
Well, it's big boys playing with big toys. That's the name of the show. We know that. Oh fuck! I lost it. Yeah. So yeah, we are balls deep in the holiday season. Somehow, this fucking year is almost over after the baton death march that was last year. So fucking strange. Time is meaningless. It's all a flat circle. None of it matters anymore. Like, how? I digress. But how often do you wake up and have a moment where you go, "Oh fucking, what day is it?" Like I don't even know what day.
Oh
it is.
yeah.
Like, no
Oh
one
yeah.
fucking-
Like
I honestly don't have that. I always
Why?
kind of know what day of the week it is, and I don't know why.
I have the thing where I wake up and it's like, oh shit, I had to do something. What is it? What day is it? What do I have to do? And then I realize, no, I don't have any of that, and it's fucking Saturday.
It's fucking madness. Absolute madness. Yeah, so we're talking about our top 6 holiday memories this week. And I was going through my list because, Nicole asked, she was like, "Hey, what are you doing on the show tonight?" I said, "We're doing our holiday memories." And she goes, "Oh, at least half of them better include me." And I'm like, I think most of them probably do.
Lee, Nicole's not going to listen.
kinda-
It's fine.
Well, that's the first thing I said was, you should listen to the show and find out. And she's like,
gross.
Sure. I'm like, oh, okay.
I haven't said nearly enough upsetting things if this were the case.
But
though I did talk about
kinda told-
Kerouac filling your house with bugs.
His foreskin.
Yeah. So okay, there. That's good. Make sure Nicole listens.
Yeah, send her that
Okay.
time code.
Yeah. Tell her this is where the Christmas parts are.
God bless us, everyone. So I went through my list with her, and she's like, some of those are really bad memories. Those are not great. They go, well, yeah, they're not all good. They're just the ones that stick out as like holiday memories, like.
Top 6 doesn't necessarily mean the best 6.
Right, yeah, exactly. You just, when I sat down and started thinking about what are my holiday memories, these are the ones that came up, and she's like, fuck. Yeah. So
holidays are dark, man.
And they're really not bad. She was just like, why aren't they happy? I go, because that's not the kind of show this. That's not my brand. Oh, Christ. Okay, so kicking off my list. This one is actually a really good one. I don't remember what year it was, but my stepdad was the mastermind behind scoring my brother and I a PlayStation. OG PS1 PlayStation.
Clutch.
And I don't recall what the other game was. It was boxes. He packed it up in such a way that when we opened it, box opened up, and right on the top there were 2 games and the fucking PlayStation underneath it. And he fucking knew what he was doing, because he opened it up and there were 2 games in there. I don't remember which one the other one was, because it doesn't fucking matter. Like, one of them was Final Fantasy VII, and the other one was something that my brother wanted to play. So, like, he fucking nailed that shit. And we opened it up, and we each grabbed our respective game and never looked at the other one. And my mom was like, how the hell did you do that? And he was like, fucking got it. I don't know what to tell you. This is what I do. So, it was very good. I tried all fucking day to remember what that was that he got for Luke, and I have no fucking idea. I don't know. But that was my Final Fantasy not the intro, but that was Final Fantasy VII, which is a fucking great one. This is for Thanksgiving. We're doing Thanksgiving at our house, our apartment actually, many moons ago, and I was like, I think it's dumb to host Thanksgiving here because we live in a tiny apartment when like we can go to your parents' house and do things at a house. That just needs to be better. And Nicole was like, I want to do Thanksgiving. I'm like, fucking whatever. I don't have time to tell you why this is a bad idea. I guess we're just gonna do it. It's fine. And so we had to get like an extra table set up and all this stuff, whatever. And we're sitting there, and it's fine. It's lovely. But I'm like, we're passing all the stuff around, and look over at my father-in-law Russ. And I'm like, hey, Russ, we're passing food around. You eat any beans? And he's like, no. Fuck beans. I'm like, okay. And he's like, there are 3 things in this world that are never gonna pass my lips. Number 1, beans. And I said, Russ, if I'm making a list of things that are never gonna pass my lips, not only is beans not gonna be on that list, but I can definitely tell you that it's not gonna be number 1 on the list of things that's never gonna pass my lips, Russ. And he looks for a second and goes, oh my God, okay, fine. 4 things. I go, it wasn't even on your original list of things that are never going to pass your lips? Like, what the fuck is the rest of this? And I thought Nicole's mother was going to have a stroke and die as I made her husband think about sucking a dick at the Thanksgiving table. Fucking fantastic.
What's wrong, Lee? You and suck a dick?
Just say, if I'd eat a bean first.
Eat a bean.
Yeah.
How many times we gotta hit you with a bat to make you suck a dick?
Fucking ridiculous. So stupid. And I don't remember the year of this one, but this one goes down as what I always refer to as the most painful Christmas ever.
Oh, yes.
Where I don't remember what I did or why, but I fucking wrecked my back. And spent all Christmas in just severe pain. Like, I got wonderful presents. Everyone was great. Wonderful time. And I'm just like, thank you so much. Can you hand it to me? Because I can't bend over to get it. Can you please hand me that? And that day, I ate an entire tin of those snack-sized Slim Jims because I was just so fucking pumped out. I just fed my feelings with Slim Jims. It was
Fuck yeah.
Wasn't the worst though, because those little tiny Slim Jims are the shit. They're worst ways to spend a Christmas, but fuck it hurt. Okay, there was a time when, they get to that point where like everyone's like, okay, we're gonna quit fucking buying presents for everybody. What's gonna buy presents for the kids? And I was still a kid, so I'm like, fuck yeah, still get presents. And they were doing like I forget what the reasoning was. It was my dad's family, so they lived in like Illinois, and we were gonna come here and visit or whatever. And they were like, okay, all the kids are gonna make a little Christmas list, so put like fucking 10 things on the list, and we'll see what we're gonna do. Okay, great. And so make this list, and like not only they did not get anything off of the list, a perfectly easily attainable list. Instead, I got like a bag of like weird random bullshit, including a framed poster of WCW champion Bill Goldberg. And I'm like, who is this for? Like, why would anyone need this? Why did you ask me for a list if you're like, no, doesn't matter. I already got this Goldberg poster picked out. This is what we're doing today. So fucking weird. I don't remember the rest of this. It was like I think it was all just wrestling bullshit. But like I will never forget this big ass poster of Bill Goldberg doing his crazy Bill Goldberg face, being like, why would anyone
frame this?
Yeah, why would they sold it in a frame? Like it came pre-framed. It's fucking preposterous.
Hey man,
Yep.
It was the Attitude Era.
So fucking
It was
weird.
big money back then.
That now that I think about it, for Christmas one year, I got a framed picture of Stone Cold.
Yeah,
Hell
they
yeah.
came from the same place.
What?
I completely forgot about that.
There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome. And then, because I'm old, I have multiple of these memories involve injuries. This was very recently. This is like maybe the year before last. We have a great Thanksgiving. Everyone's awesome. Everything's great. We're all done, and so I'm we're packing up leftovers and shit like that. And so I grab the little spoon and I go to scoop some mashed potatoes into the little bin, and I fuck my back up for a week. I threw my back out scooping mashed potatoes, which if that's not like a sign from God, I don't know what is, because it was so absurd. Like, it's a ridiculous way to hurt yourself, obviously, but it's also somehow powerfully on brand at the same time.
Always with potatoes, yeah.
It was powerfully upsetting in the moment.
Okay, you know, all right, I'm putting this together. This was last year?
Maybe the year before last.
The year before,
Fairly
okay.
recently.
So this, maybe something last November, and then the curse this past year. Maybe this is God punishing you for not participating in No Nut November.
Oh. Lee, have you been nutting?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where that's where
There
you've
you
gone
go.
wrong.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Yeah.
That's definitely it.
Next year you got to try it and see how it
Yeah.
goes.
I'm definitely not going to do that.
Nothing bad will happen to you.
Definitely not. Definitely not going to happen. I'll take the curse. Thanks.
The Lord won't send his reaper to pull down his pants and unleash bugs into your home.
Oh.
It's not okay. Not okay. And then last one is not tied to a particular year because I couldn't pick one, but just the blanket of my early married Christmases as a young man and being a cartoonish level of broke, but not really giving a fuck, just making it all work.
Yeah.
It's very important in this world to fucking remember where you came from and don't ever take shit for granted, because we had some broke ass Christmases.
Lean days.
Lean fucking days. Well, it's still great. I was real bad at buying presents. So I was like fucking, 19, didn't know shit. So like, like, hey, this is cool, right? And she's like, fucking no, man. But I appreciate the thought counts.
Please tell me you bought her like a Spawn action figure.
I was never that bad at it. I wasn't that bad at it, but like it wasn't that far off. Like it wasn't good. You know what I mean? Like it was.
Look, I brought you this Optimus to start your own collection.
Yeah. It was the I think it was the grown woman equivalent of a framed Bill Goldberg poster there for a while. like not great, you know.
A framed picture of Oprah.
Yeah. I'm way better at presents now than I was, you know. But you know, it's also working on like, okay, cool, our budget for Christmas this year is $38. Like, okay, figure some shit out.
Fucking candy. Just go. You go candy.
Yeah,
we don't have furniture yet, but it's gonna be fine. It's good. Lean fucking days.
Totally.
I try to tell my daughter about my kids about these days, and I don't think they believe me. And it's like, yeah, you don't understand. Like, we were fucking broke, you guys, and you've never seen broke. Like, my parents were broke when I was a kid. So I saw broke growing up. You soft motherfucker had never seen broke. So the world's gonna chop you across the chest. But at least one of you's gonna be prepared for it. And Jackson's like, fuck yeah!
They'll be just
that's my list. That's what I got.
Those are some good stories. Some good memories.
Yep.
Good shit. Good shit. And if you're out there and you are in the midst of your own super fucking broke lean years, I can lean into it, man. Like, there's charm in them. Like, it's you know,
really,
you're making memories.
Only 2 of those were not like happy stories. It was you pulling your fucking back out. You know, it's even though that
you
they were
too busy nutting.
Even though they were the lean years, you know, it's still a good memory.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, so thanks. My wife was being unfair, Jason Knize. I'll tell you said that.
Yeah.
Tell her what Kelly said too.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? Call her up right now.
Yeah, get her on the phone.
Yeah.
Is she asleep? Wake her up.
Nicole, you know what happened in your home? Please guess.
Theory on this.
I just
down
want to
his
point out,
pants.
none of us think it's a coincidence that Kerouac visited your house and the next week your jacuzzi water needed to be changed.
Fucking nonsense.
Soaking his raw, chafed ass like he likes to do in the bath.
What?
No, that is canon.
That's a real clip from a past show. Make that the classic.
Yeah.
Remember when he would poop all the time?
And he would soak his poor asshole in the tub.
Yeah, I burned those fucking words into my brain for the rest of my life.
We've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, that was probably like 9 years ago.
Yeah, and you forgot, and now you've got a curse because of it.
Yeah, I can hear the clip in my mind.
I'm sweating. Fucking sweating.
Yeah, because you're thinking of what else the curse will bring.
No, he's
I
out
beat
of it.
the curse.
He's out. He
Spoiler.
beat the curse.
Spoiler,
Is he?
it's the sweats.
Yeah.
Remember, he hit a chicken with his car.
Oh,
He's
Christ.
like, one time I was driving at a chicken and it just didn't move.
Well, I forgot I told you guys that story.
Yeah, you sure did. That's why none of us were surprised when you said it.
Oh, God.
Hey, man, sometimes you gotta kill a chicken, you know? Circle of life.
Lee, would you rather kill a chicken or get HIV?
I'll kill a chicken. Definitely kill a
That's
chicken.
a choice you might actually have to make this month.
I hope not. It's easy, but I hope not.
You wake up from a dream and there's Kerouac in a robe holding a chicken and a knife.
You guys, I was so fucking confused. I'm like, how are they no selling this obvious bit? And you're all like, it makes chicks out. Like, I thought that was funny. I don't know why it's not funny. And you're like, it's too real.
Listen, if anyone in Tennessee told me that they recently killed the chicken, I'd be like, yeah,
probably.
Oh, God. Who's fucking yakking in Discord, Kelly? What's up?
Shark is.
Oh, okay. What's up, Shark?
Shark says he went for broad memories versus specific.
So we're talking about Christmas broads?
Yeah, we're talking about some broads. Number 6, Jenny. Number 6, the big family get-together. Something fun in the chaos of a ton of people cooking food, playing games, getting outside to roughhouse with cousins or uncles. Number 5, night before the holiday. It doesn't matter which one. Where you know you have the next day off and no real responsibility.
Aw.
Love the night before Arbor Day.
I can't even tell you what month that would be in.
April? April sounds
You
right.
don't know. You just picked a month.
Well, April's Earth Day. I don't know if Arbor Day is the same month as Earth Day.
I'm not sure. Arbor Day is not the same as Earth Day.
I mean, it might be. Google it while I'm reading this. Number 4. The wife and I, before kids, would drive from Columbus to Cincinnati to Pittsburgh, back to Columbus to visit family on the holidays. The conversation and bonding we had while doing that.
Arbor Day is in April.
Yes!
Fuck you,
nailed it,
Mahoney.
Kelly.
Up top.
Yeah.
I googled Arbor Day, and the first, the year is nowhere in these early results. And what's that about?
For real.
What? Huh?
What? The year?
Earth Day is
the
also...
month, the day. When during the year, it's not there. So I think I probably said that because surprisingly, the year is there. I could tell you very quickly that it was founded in 1972, but who gives a shit? When is it? If I search 4th of July, is it gonna be oh yeah, that was from this year, and this is when though? When is it?
Well, it's from 1776, Mahoney.
Listen, it's late.
Number 3. Friend versions of holidays. We all have our family get-togethers, but the one you do either before or after the holidays with your friends, when you choose who to hang out with and not just because you're related.
Yeah. Well, you skipped his number 4, by the way.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, he said that one.
Okay, my bad.
You trying to make me get you gaslighting me?
Read about Arbor Day again.
You gonna make me?
A lot has happened.
You gonna send me a bunch of Instagram things and then pretend you never did it?
All right, Kelly, what's his number 4?
No.
All right, number 2.
Number 2. Jenner pussy juice. Number 2, decorating. My wife and I transition our home from holiday to holiday. It's just a fun, rewarding moment from new wall decorations to fancy soaps, etc.
Oh, hell yeah, fancy soaps.
Fancy soap.
Yeah,
somewhere,
fancy soap.
somewhere Mel just got excited and started making a soup.
I don't know why that got me so hard. And number 1. First holidays for my kids, and then the first ones where they knew what's happening. I'm crying. The first one is for us as parents. We get the pictures, etc. But when they start to know what's happening, then they buy in and get excited. That's the best.
That is the best. That's a good time. She's right.
I have tears on my glasses. I'm like a fucking Taylor Swift song.
Oh fuck! Kelly is the scarf. Woo! All right.
Did you see the tweet from is it Dionne Warwick?
Yes.
Who was like, if that young man has her scarf, he should simply return it.
Put it in the mail, Jake.
Yeah. Amazing.
Holy shit. That's a lovely list, Shark.
I'm sorry we ruined it.
No, we made it great. It was great.
Oh, okay.
Then pick to that
What's
soup,
up?
Mel.
Okay. Sheila, Unicorn Farts, writes in. She says, one of the first toys I remember getting for Christmas was this game called Melvin, and I remember seeing the commercial for this fucking thing.
Let's watch the. Let's watch.
Let's.
Once upon a time, the looniest, gooniest bird was born. His name? Melvin Scoopy Nutty, and he wants to be your buddy. And all he wants to do is eat worms. Melvin bops up and down, Melvin dances all around for those wiggly jiggly little worms. Melvin, it's a wacky kind of race. Melvin, it's a race to feed his face.
5 worms, I win! Melvin, we love you!
Melvin, the loony goony bird game from Milton Bradley.
It's a race to feed his face.
Why are all the suggested videos Breaking Bad?
I've been watching a lot of Breaking Bad clips out of context.
Like they were like, "Oh, you like Melvin? Would you like to watch Breaking Bad?"
Well, it's on the PoP YouTube, so yeah, I probably watched a couple Breaking Bad clips, and
I am the one who feeds his face.
Was there a vacuum aspect to that throat? Because sketchy, very sketchy.
Yeah, he's very Melvin is very sensual, Mahoney. You're right.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like that fucking plush you bought.
She says, I also remember in preschool we walked to the Pembroke Mall down the road to see a movie about a reindeer. Only later in my life that I figure out it was the movie Prancer. Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Hell yeah, Prancer.
Whew. My father was in the army, so it wasn't until I was almost this already bums me out. My father was in the army, so it wasn't until I was almost 16 and we moved to Puerto Rico that I was ever really around any additional family for the holidays. I mean, are they cool? If not,
Well,
man,
keep going. No, you're in the middle of the paragraph. Keep going.
Okay. So there the big thing is Three Kings Day. We would go to my dad's uncle's house up in the hills and they would roast a whole pig on a spit all day. Oh, it was delicious. Crispy skin, moist meat. Now that is a holiday I can get around. That sounds fucking awesome.
I've never had that, but I am into it.
Yeah.
Like I don't really want to watch it happen, but I would like to eat it.
Yeah. Like I'll come into it like 12 hours in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly's watched wrestling shows longer than that. He
Yeah.
can handle the fucking pig roast.
I just feel like pieces of it would like explode.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I don't
you
want to
know?
watch like a fresh, like full pig cook. That would be
You get
just
like a
upsetting.
I have friends that do a version of that, but they put it like you got to dig a hole for the pig first. Like you put it in the hole and you cook it in the hole. I don't know exactly how it works.
You guys got big yards.
Yeah.
Is that how you lit your lawn on fire that one time?
No, that was burning trash.
Just having a nice
Didn't go
trash
well.
fire.
Yeah. I set a box on fire. The box is full of packing peanuts, and turns out packing peanuts blow away and catch shit on fire. Real good.
Also, you
Real
shouldn't
good.
be breathing in fumes from packing peanuts.
I was outside.
Did you try and cover all of your cum in the box with the packing peanuts?
Kelly.
What?
Kelly.
No. Definitely not.
You sure? You weren't
Yeah.
the guy. You weren't that guy on Reddit with the cum box.
Nope.
Because
Never
he
came
tried
up.
to. He tried to burn it too.
Oh, that's right. I remember that now. God damn it. There's a Christmas memory. Okay. She continues. And usually my best friend and her brother host a Christmas party. That's a good time to play party games, exchange gifts. Prior to the pandemic. Do that shit again now. It's fine. You're good now. Not really top 6, but there is some participation. You know what? Goddamn right. Participation. Good. Yellow ribbon, Sheila. Good job. Okay. What you got, Knize?
Oh, man. Let's see here. All right, so my number. I wanted to shout something out, but I can't. I should have written it down. But my number 6.
Shout out to taking notes.
When we did that Gremlins commentary and we called Nicole.
Oh my god.
In Phoenix. That whole Gremlins commentary from start to finish was just an amazing Christmassy time. Kelly just dropping the knowledge on us of JFK getting his fucking head blown away the same day A Christmas Gift for You was released. Just it was a life-changing event for me, that Gremlins commentary. My number 5 is one of the only times I've.
It's one of the best things we've ever done on this show. You're right.
For sure.
It's really good.
I don't know if I've ever really given a gift that has inspired an emotional reaction, but I believe it was the same year Leonard Nimoy died. I think it was when we were moving into the house we were at the time. Leonard Nimoy passed away. And for that Christmas, I got Mary tickets to Star Trek in concert. You know, it was just a symphony playing Star Trek. Movie themes, TV themes, all that shit. And she broke down in tears, and it was kind of fucking emotional and a good memory that a gift I gave to her, something with some thought behind it and knowledge of her likes, and to get that kind of reaction was pretty cool. I would say top 10 gift giving experiences in holiday history.
Hell yeah.
My number 4 is I don't know if it was the same year we did the Star Wars Holiday Special commentary for the podcast. Was when me and Mary started watching it as a holiday tradition. I think we probably did it like a year or two beforehand. But a cool tradition that we invented ourselves. That's this awful Star Wars holiday special. We decorate the tree. We did the PoP commentary for it, which was a good time. Kelly again, MVP of the commentaries. With his thank you, Mr. George Lucas bit.
I still say that to people that have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
So yes, I look forward to the just maddening sounds of the Star Wars Holiday Special every year when we decorate our tree. Sticking to the Star Wars theme, we did a Christmas card where me and Mary were wearing Star Wars holiday sweaters, and we were in front of the Millennium Falcon at Galaxy's Edge. And when we went to Galaxy's Edge to kind of do our photo shoot running around in our Star Wars holiday sweaters. It was super cool because it was like the perfect weather for it. It was nice out. It was very Christmassy. It was a cool Christmas event that we did, and we'll remember forever. Still got the sweaters.
Awesome.
My number 2 is probably my greatest gift received of all time, and it is the Ninja Turtles sewer playset.
Fuck yeah.
I'm sure I've told this story on another show where we did like top 6 Christmas presents or whatever. But I still believed in Santa when the sewer playset was releasing. And not only did I do my regular Christmas list to Santa Claus, but leading up to Christmas, where I hadn't seen the sewer playset in stores, nobody had any evidence that this thing actually existed. So I wrote a second letter to Santa, just be like, bro, seriously, hook it up, man. Like this is big. If the sewer playset isn't here in the morning, we're gonna have some problems. And it was there. It was there, and the fact that I hadn't seen it anywhere really built up the kind of Christmassy magic for me, because it's like Santa pulled through, man. Clutch Santa move. And then my number 1, the story that immediately came to mind when you say holiday memories. I was living next door to my parents. And
yeah, you were.
The night before, my girlfriend at the time and her family were over, and we stayed out late at the fire pit getting drunk the night before. The next morning, we were supposed to do breakfast with my parents, and then I think we were supposed to go see I Am Legend. And the next morning, I was just hungover. Everybody was still asleep. I hit up my dad on IMs like, hey, we're not going to make it. We'll do a rain check or whatever. And this was Christmas Eve, if I'm not mistaken. It's either Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve. I think it's Christmas Eve. So my dad imes me back, and he's like, all right, so just don't bother coming over for Christmas either.
Oh, my God.
And this is, this is not the first negative interaction with my parents over the course of my life. And I'm an adult now, and you pull some passive aggressive bullshit because I'm too hungover to go out to breakfast with you, and you essentially cancel Christmas and tell me to go fuck myself. I'm gonna have a reaction. I pulled a golf club out of their garage and smashed my front bathroom windows with it, and then because Christmas
that'll show up
because that and because Christmas was canceled, I marched my ass into the room with the Christmas tree, picked that bitch up, ornaments and all, dragged it out the back door around the side of the house, and chucked that motherfucker over the fence onto my parents' driveway.
Fucking crazy. I love it. I love it.
And then
I love it.
I don't know if it was before the tree or after the tree. I also chucked every Christmas present out into the front yard.
I don't think I ever realized that you threw your tree into their yard.
Yes.
Like, here, I don't fucking need this anymore. You take it. I thought you threw their tree into your yard. But it makes much more sense that you threw yours into theirs.
So yeah, I didn't do Christmas for a while after that one. That's kind of when Poptoberfest was birthed, because Halloween was the new Christmas. But I came back around eventually on Christmas.
My favorite part of that is smashing your own windows.
Yeah, like where did that come from?
That was just, man. Okay. To put it all out on the line there. So I figured, because the cops did end up showing up at some point. I figured, even though it was his golf club, it was my window. So you can't fucking arrest me for breaking my own window. And also, over the course of my lifetime, my dad has always been very, very intense about, fucking not marking up the walls, not staining the carpet, not breaking a window. So it was just retaliation for decades
on your window.
Yeah, on my window. And
okay.
He ended up fixing it anyhow, so
nice.
I didn't have to do shit. So yeah.
I do love. Look, we all know the cops are coming. Might as well.
Yeah, the cops did show up. We're better now.
God. Fucking fantastic. So good.
It's no lie, it's really fun throwing a Christmas tree. I highly suggest
it.
Because you can get a good grip on it. And it's big, and especially with a lot of ornaments on it, it's a catastrophe when you throw it.
Yeah, they're not made for that.
No.
That's not why you do it.
Not really what the little baby Jesus had in mind.
All right, what's next on Discord, Kelly? All right, Mahoney, you can do one, Mahoney. What's up on Discord?
All right, next we got Zero. Zero says he doesn't have a top 6, but instead he will share a story that exemplifies how he treated Santa presents. And he put Santa in quotation marks.
I'm trying to apply with that exactly.
Okay. Like most kids back then, I really wanted the white Tiger Zord when it came out. After tracking one down at a local Toys R Us, my mom agrees to buy it for me as a Christmas present from Santa. I don't ever remember a moment in my life where my family pretended Santa was real. My mom wraps it and hides it in her closet. The catch, though, it was something like July. I don't have the patience to wait half a year. The next day, I went and found where my mom hid it. I took a razor blade and carefully cut the tape holding the wrapping paper and opened the side of the Tiger Zord box. I slid out the styrofoam insert, took out the white Tiger Zord, White Ranger, and everything else, then put the empty styrofoam back and put a small piece of tape back to hold the wrapping in place. After playing with it for nearly 6 months, on Christmas Eve, I snuck back in again, removed that piece of tape I had added, put the Tiger Zord and everything back, and properly retaped the wrapping up. The next morning, I opened it all and pretended like I hadn't been playing with it the entire time.
Oh my god.
It's really something.
How did the mom not notice, like, hey, you're playing with that toy I got you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was, like, my parents would have been like, I just bought you that. What,
Yeah.
How? You know?
Nah, I could see it. Because, like, you know, I don't know. I can see losing track of some bullshit. Well,
if you don't know what it is, like
Yeah.
there's some toys that Will's into that if he had them, I'd be like, okay. I don't know what a Bakugan looks like. Sure.
I remember
That's some psycho shit. That's not where I thought that was going. I thought it was gonna be way worse. Like, because I knew better. Like, I knew if I even found some shit by accident, I was never gonna see it again.
Right.
So I wasn't fucking around with that nonsense. That's a bold. That's living dangerously, Zero.
Yeah, I was once near the hiding spot where the presents were, and I was accused of snooping. Like, it was just happenstance that I was there. I wasn't looking for presents, and it was like, they will all go back. You will never see any of those if I find out you were snooping. Oh, I remembered
I'm not fucking around with that.
I remembered what my shout out was. It was when I realized Santa wasn't real. Like, you kind of know a little bit, but I was rummaging through some shit at one point, and I found all my letters to Santa. And,
oh no!
And I grab them, and I'm looking, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this? You never sent these?" I was like, "Oh,
About that.
All right, yeah, that makes sense."
You gotta strategically throw those out.
No. I mean, it was like, it's a memento.
No, see, what we would do is we would go to the mall, give the letter to the mall Santa for him to mail, and then just leave. Be like, here, you throw this out.
So the other day, Jax has lost a whole bunch of teeth recently. They're just coming loose and wiggling out. And so we
chops.
Yeah, and chops. But he pulled one of his own out, because he was, and so we gave him extra money for that or whatever.
Why do I feel like it wasn't even loose?
Oh, it was incredibly loose. It was super loose. But like a couple days later, another one comes out. And he puts it under his thing. 'Cause it was like a lot, like 4 in a week. We lost a lot of teeth, and one night we fucking forgot to put the money under the pillow.
No.
And so I wake up, and he's standing in front of me with this little tin with a tooth in it, and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on?" And he goes, "The tooth fairy doesn't exist." And I'm like, "What? What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "I put my money under the pillow, and it's still there. The tooth fairy doesn't exist." Now, bear in mind that 2 days ago, the tooth fairy definitely existed and gave him some money. I'm like, shit, she's probably just maybe she's had a lot of houses to do or something. I don't know. Like, maybe we'll put it back under there tonight, and we'll take care of it.
Well, when you found out that he pulled it out himself, you used that. You're like, oh, apparently if you pull it out yourself, you don't tell us. We gotta let her know. She doesn't just know. We gotta let her know.
Oh no! This is like a little bit after that, because we already set the precedent that if you pull it out yourself, you get double money.
Oh, all right.
So this is different. And so I had diffused the situation with busy. Maybe she'll come tonight. Whatever the fuck. With a full, and he's like, all right, that checks out. That makes sense. We have a lot of houses. A lot of kids, a lot of teeth. All right, I can get down with that.
Last night was a tooth fairy religious holiday.
yeah. It was fucking Tooth Fairy Yom Kippur. I don't know, but it's fine. But Nicole did not have the same reaction. She was beside herself with this guilt and like she couldn't fucking handle it. And I'm like, it's fine. Like he'll be fine. Like it's not a big deal. So then he just empties my wallet and writes a letter apologizing from the Tooth Fairy, apologizing for being late, and like just leaves it in the middle of his 4 a.m. And I'm like, babe. And then sure as shit, he was like, "Hey, check this out. He left me a pile of money in a letter." I'm like, "What the? How much money did you give me?" She was like, "I don't know, like $18." I'm like, babe.
Wild. So it was still the middle of the night when he woke up and realized.
That's what he told me.
Because I would have been like, it's 9. Like you haven't been asleep long enough. Like go back to just. You gotta just lie, Lee. You just lie.
No, you know what? No, it was the morning. It was like time to get up and get ready for school and shit like that. So like he was right. Like it should have been
when the sun's up, the you're caught.
Yeah, like it definitely should have been there by then. So we fucked up. You know, it should have been there. But the Cole's like, let's just give him all the money that we have. He's so sad. I'm like, he'll be okay. Like
Cole's like, I opened you. Here's a pension. I got you a pension.
There you go, buddy. You want a 401k?
When you pull your own teeth out, you get a 401k. Sorry, it's late. I had to figure out the employer match.
What you got, Kelly?
I got a list, and I'm gonna look at it right now. And I figured out I only have 5 things.
That's fine.
All right.
Fine.
Number 5, getting a PlayStation and WCW versus the World for Christmas. That was fun.
Hell yeah.
Like that game.
That's a good first game. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 4, going to some Christmas tree lightings at like this small little park thing that we used to do when I was a kid. That was fun.
Yeah, everybody kind of has that house that they would drive by when they were a kid.
Yeah.
And then they at Hollywood Studios here, they would do the Osborne lights, which they would put the lights up all over the fucking backlot. It was wild.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
and I went and saw that one year.
Osborns?
No, not the Osborns. Other Osborns.
Yeah, Norman.
They were famous for having this wild house with Christmas lights all over it.
Oh, okay. So just like okay.
Yeah, we had a kind of a little ways from us. We've got a house like that in the neighborhood, but then they started putting up Trump shit. And it became a lot less fun.
Oh.
Yeah. Number 3, the last Christmas gift I got from my grandpa. So I get the last gift under the tree, open it up, and it was a copy of It, the original movie.
Okay.
Grandpa was not aware that I was afraid of clowns.
We all know you love clowns and It. Like,
And
we all
the
know
first
that.
thing I'd see, I rip and just see there's Pennywise's face, and it genuinely made me go, "Huh!"
That would
So I
be
just
one of
know-
my top memories too if I was your grandpa.
Yeah. So I just always think about that.
Like that time I fucking owned Kelly with that copy of It.
Yeah, pretty much. Number 2, getting a Game Boy and Pokemon Blue. That was probably the best Christmas morning gift I ever got. That was so cool. Until eventually my mom had to limit my playing because I was sleepwalking and talking about the game. She was like, you gotta cut down on this.
Look here, you tiny psycho. Relax.
Yeah. I'm wandering around the house at night, and she's like, Kelly, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to find Bill. Gotta help me with my Pokemon. Get back in bed. And then number 1 is a time. I don't know. I think my mom might have just been sick or something because she went back to bed, and so me and my dad were just up playing this like some kind of board game I got. It was not a board game, but it was like you put something up on top and you shoot marbles at at the monsters or whatever. I don't know. It was fun, but as we're playing, we're just hearing the neighbors, because this is when we lived in an apartment. We're hearing the neighbors just screaming at each other, just having a day, just fucking the parents are yelling at the kids are yelling at the parents are yelling at each other, the kids are yelling at everyone is fucking screaming at each other. People are slamming the door and leaving and coming back and up and down the stairs and And at one point my dad just looks at me and goes, "Merry Garbage Christmas." And so that's just been a running bit we've had for all these years.
Oh, that's magnificent. That's fucking wonderful.
I think they were getting mad about going to church.
I mean, I get
sounds
it.
right.
If I had to go to
fucking
church,
rat.
if I had to go to church at Christmas, I'd be so mad.
Yeah, the dad in the family looked like a real uncle. And I remember his license plate said, I don't remember how it was spelled out, but it said Knight Rider.
Oh no!
Living in an apartment.
That is some strong uncle energy.
Yeah. Yeah, he just, you look at him and you're like, that's a fucking uncle.
Not to be confused with fuck uncle.
Yeah.
No, not the same thing at all.
Different species.
Different phylum.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. Juggalo John writes in. Says, yeah, I can only really think of two. It was the time that my dad won a contest to light up the tree for the Pittsburgh Light Up Night. At the Point State Park, in front of the city, we had a catered dinner at the Kaufmans. May have been Macy's by then. Then got shuttles to the park. Was a big radio countdown that my dad pulled a comically large switch and on the tree went, followed by a fireworks show.
Oh, that's cool.
That is pretty cool. And the second memory has to do with eating dinner in the viewing room of my family's funeral home. My mom had a big family. See, she is the oldest of 8. So when the whole family came in one year, the only room big enough to have dinner in was the main room of the funeral home. It was also my grandparents' house. They live upstairs.
Well,
that's fucking,
I mean,
that's wild.
That explains a lot. Like, how are we just finding this out, Juggalo John?
Yeah, I was about to say that's crazy, but I'm like, actually, that really checks a lot.
Yeah,
of
like,
boxes.
Yeah,
Like,
we all had the exact same reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, so you said you had Christmas in a funeral home? Okay, yes.
Yeah, I would not believe if like some people said that, but that really checks out, John. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That's pretty cool, though.
That is pretty cool. That's neat.
That's pretty rad. Lisa's sister used to live above one.
Like at an apartment or something?
Yeah. No, like in the rafters.
Yeah.
Like Hawkeye and Black Widow and
God damn it.
Every now and then they'd look up and see her and she'd just go and then skitter away.
Scuttle about. It's a weird place to have an apartment, like, not part of the funeral home, but just be an apartment. It's very strange.
It's like passive income.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do with all this space? We can't put bodies there anymore.
Oh, and then you'll have moments where like, ooh, somebody's cooking something. Then you're like, oh no.
Don't like it. Don't like how that tastes at all. All right, what you got, Mahoney?
All right. So I have a very vivid memory of getting an N64 and playing Wave Race.
Hell yeah.
On Christmas.
All right, yep.
One of the first things we did, we opened it, got it set up. Immediately, my brother and I were like, let's play Wave Race. And I could not steer for shit. Could not steer that thing straight. And it's really, my entire life has stuck with me. Because, I'll watch, my kids sit down with an iPad and just play, a 3D game like that. And just instinctively know what to do. And I'm like, what the fuck was my problem? That you put that controller in my hand and I could not steer that jet ski. Why can the children do it and I could not? I was
But it also
11.
had 3 handles and shit. It was wild. It was very weird. You've never seen anything like it before.
I know, but neither have they. And they can handle it just fine. So it's very strange.
That is kind of wild.
It's very strange. I don't know what happened to the children that all of a sudden they can just handle those games.
It's the next stage of human evolution.
I think it is. I also have a very vivid memory of one Christmas it must have been somewhere in the like mid 90s where I just got an ungodly amount of action figures. Like it must have just hit that there was a bunch of like X-Men and like Fantastic Four figures that came out or something.
Hell
Because
yeah.
I remember just walking away from that Christmas being like, well, holy shit, like the Marvel universe has just tripled. Like I have so many more storylines I can go through now. Like I was so
Hell
excited.
yeah.
So excited.
Hell yeah.
And then my last gift-related thing that I can vividly remember is the, like, I forget what it was called, but it was like the GoBots base. It was this stupid-looking cylinder that looked like a lunchbox almost, and like opened, like you cracked it open and it stood up, and it was really lame, But I remember that thing and being so excited about getting that. I was like, 3 or 4.
Oh, that thing rules.
This
I loved
command
that
center?
thing. Might have been. Hang on, I'm not on. Yeah. that
Oh
thing,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that
the head
at
turned
toy
around.
shows.
Yeah. Looks like a vacuum. Like an old-fashioned vacuum. Loved that thing. And so that leads me to my next Christmas memory. I got that at Christmas Eve because we always did Christmas Eve with my dad's family and then Christmas morning with my mom's family. And so, like, my whole life, like, as long as I can remember, that's what we did. And I thought that was super fun because it would be, like, Christmas Eve night, and I'd be, like, over there getting a bunch of presents. And then you're, like, all excited to, like, all right, let's get home and go to sleep for Christmas morning. And, like, let's see, that was, I was at that age, like, 4, 5. So, like, I'm in the car, like, scanning the sky for, like, there's going to be, like, a sleigh up there. Like, where is it? No, I always thought that was super fun. And then when I became an adult, I host Christmas Eve for Lisa's side of the family. And, like, our niece and now our nephew, like, everybody, like, comes over here, and, like, I throw, like, that same party that I always loved and send them off to be like, you go scan the sky. Like, you go look for Santa. So it was always a very fun time, and I'm happy to be able to pass it on.
It's fucking great.
So
I told Zoe the other day, you have no idea how lucky you are. You don't have to do multiple things like that. She was like, "Oh yeah, I get it."
It's not so bad when it's like not far. Like it's okay when it's a 15-20 minute drive.
Oh
but,
sure.
Yeah, I hear you. One time,
Mahoney's telling stories about having a functional family, and I'm like, I cannot relate to this.
So Lisa, growing up, had this tradition where her dad would read The Night Before Christmas to her and her sister and her brother. Yeah. Not something that we never did that. Never read that book.
We always did that, and I do that with my kids.
I'm aware of it.
Sweet pop-up book.
Yeah, like I'm aware of The Night Before Christmas, but I had never read it. And so that was like their thing, and they loved doing that, and like it was this big thing to them. And so Lisa was very upset because her sister got the book. Like when it all like hashed out, like her sister has like the Night Before Christmas book, and Lisa didn't have it, and she was all, annoyed and sad the year that she was pregnant with Katie, because she was like, I don't have the book. Like I wanted to have the book, and like my sister took it, and I don't have the book. And so when we got married, somebody had made, I think it was her mom or my mom, one of the moms, made this like collage whiteboard, like poster board thing of pictures. And on that board was a picture of Lisa and her brother and her sister sitting in like their Christmas pajamas reading that book with her dad. And in the tiniest, minuscule image of that picture was that book. And I found that book on the internet just from the cover.
Shit.
Just scrolled through Google image search, being like, nope, yup, that's it. Figured out which one it was, found a copy of it, bought it, had it delivered, and then on the Christmas when Katie was, 6 months old, was like, hey, here you go. Here's A Night Before Christmas. It's your exact book. And, oh boy, That was a hit. I liked that a whole lot. So that was a cool present. And so now I read it to the kids every year. And it's fun. It's a fun tradition.
Our pop-up book is pretty fun.
My number one by far is a Popcast moment where a past Popcast contributor and sometimes host told his child that Santa was not real, and Jose asked if he hung up pictures of himself all through his house. Because he didn't want Santa to get credit for presents that he was buying. And so Jose said, "Do you decorate your house with pictures of yourself?" And I think about that all the time.
Oh, God, that's great. That's fucking tremendous.
Oh, you want to talk holiday memories? What was it? Mahoney, your memory about that year that you just got all the action figures, it reminded me of shout out to getting multiples or duplicate of the same present and being able to go to Toys R Us with a stack of shit that you want to return after Christmas, and then just having the Jeffrey bucks or the store credit and being like, all right, I got 120 bones post Christmas to make up some ground. And I remembered one post Christmas trip. They must have just put out like 4 cases of X-Men figures, and I was one of those, almost like a caricature, walking to the cash register with a stack of X-Men figures under my chin.
Yep.
Slayback was like the top of the pack.
I remember he had like the blades on his arms.
They were like extendo arms, but yes.
Oh, that guy.
That dude was that Kill Spree with the blades on his arms.
Yeah,
Got that
purple
motherfucker.
guy.
Yeah,
The purple dude. Yeah.
He was cool. Slayback was cool too. I'm gonna do a shout out to the time at Toys R Us that it was Christmas season, and I got a package of candy canes and handed them out to all of my coworkers, and I gave one to Kerouac, and he ate it and then started doing dips on the register where he would like lift his legs up and like dip himself down and then push himself back up with his arms like an exercise, and was like, "I think I have a problem with sugar." And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Shout out to that holiday memory.
Yeah.
You're like, "Yeah, I think you might. I think you should be able to eat a candy cane without doing tricep dips on a register."
Without going full cornholio. Fucking
I bet he's over that.
Holy shit. Take us home, Knize. We got Eric Magnus dropped in.
All right. I have to make this quick. I'm at work. I don't have 6, so I'll just come up with a few. My first Christmas with Yumiko, I had bought her a bunch of stuff, most notably a teddy bear. She was so excited, and she wanted me to help her come up with a name for it. She came up with the name Dickie Jr., and I said, that's only specific, and I asked, who's Dickie Sr.? And she looked down and said, that is. I said, welp, I walked right into that one. She had gotten me a video iPod when it came out. She heard me mention it months prior, and she never forgot. Best girlfriend ever. She is.
Let's find her.
Yeah.
Let's go on. Let's have a fucking adventure. Let's get Yumiko and let's reunite them.
Yeah.
I mean, really, how many Yumikos could there be?
How many?
Well, like 7 tops.
In 2007, another girl I was seeing, Aki, gave me her car. It wasn't a Christmas present. It just happened to be during the holidays. It was a cream-colored Honda Sabre. When I drove to work and I told my coworkers how I got the car, they all asked me, what the hell are you doing to these women? I said, I don't know, treating them right and not being a piece of garbage.
Fuck yeah.
The following year, I saw Yumiko, Aki, Saori, and Naoko from Kyoto from Christmas Eve to December 27th. I was worn the fuck out. What? Hold on. The following year, I saw Yumiko, Aki, Saori, Saori,
Saori,
yeah.
and Naoko from Kyoto. Oh, okay. So
4 of them
Kyoto's a
over.
okay, it wasn't four
Over,
at the same
over
time.
3 days. Four
Yeah.
girls over 3 days.
Shout out to the time I told my stepdaughter there was no Santa Claus and that I was the one buying her presents. She replied, "I'm still getting presents, right?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Okay." My wife was pissed, but I told her, "No white jolly old fat man is getting credit for something I did."
And then he hung a picture of himself on the wall like a champion. Wonderful.
Holiday magic.
You guys, this was a lot of fun. This is a great episode.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Oh, Christ.
I mean, we
All
had
right,
fun.
We had fun, for sure. That's what it's all about. So, I was thinking the other day, trying to come up with stuff going on, and Thanksgiving's coming up next week. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. So, throwing this out there, the pop topic. What is something that you can eat just an absurd amount of? Like, what's a thing that, like, if, like, okay, cool, I'm only going to stop eating this
Beans.
when it's gone.
Eric Magnus, we don't want to hear pussies, all right?
So, unless we got something better, let's say we go with that. It's a pretty good one, I think. It could be fun.
It's fine with me.
Now, are we talking like in a realistic sense, or like, oh man, I could eat?
You have to eat a
infinite
trash
pizzas.
can full of it, or you get HIV.
Yeah. No, like, maybe it is pizza. Like, it's like, okay, like, if presented with 4 pizzas, I could probably house 4 pizzas. Like, shit like that. Like,
Okay, I
like,
see.
yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, like, I'm only going to, if in a world with no limits, I'm only going to stop eating this when it's gone. Like,
Yeah.
kind of some shit like that. So, feel free to come with one, come with a couple, whatever, fucking, but that's throwing that out there. That could be kind of fun. All right, let's talk comic books. Get the fuck out of here, because I am sweaty.
All right.
from
Well,
last-
I didn't load the comic sounder, so go for it.
Oh, good. Then, fuck it. It's fine.
Comics in the ink on your hands.
and they got beans.
They got
Keen
beans.
Keen
He's so
beans.
keen for the beans.
Yeah. So I'm almost caught up. Almost back to real time, which is great. But, I can't do that because I'm reading other bullshit too and playing lots of Resident Evil. But the one thing I'll talk about real quick is the latest volume of Gigant came out. And that's the one that we talked about before, about the porn star girl who goes giant and fights monsters. The latest volume of that came out. There was nary a monster to be seen. She didn't grow one time.
Yeah, no,
It was
she
just
didn't.
Like, it's mostly just like, her hanging out with her boyfriend and the weirdos from, I don't know, maybe the future, who can also grow big and fight giants, discovered ramen noodle cups, and they fucking loved them. And, like, that was their emotional arc, was finding these fucking noodle cups and getting in a fight with some Yakuza guys about them. It was very fun and very strange. Like, if there were no giant monsters, this would just be like a romance comic, and it's kind of great that way.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And meanwhile, like, giant monsters are ravaging the rest of the world.
Yeah, yeah, and they're all like, it's fine for now.
Yeah.
Be fine. But this came out a while ago in Japan, so it was very jarring when they mentioned President Trump. I'm like, oh, right, yeah, that happened. That was a thing, right? Fuck, yeah. We had a crazy psychopathic game show host president. That's right. I forgot about that. Fuck yeah.
Oh man, you need to read on the Shonen Jump app. There was a Death Note one shot that came out like 2 years ago or so, and it's all about fucking what if Trump tried to get the Death Note.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's insane.
Do you have to spell things right in the Death Note? That definitely
do, 'cause, like,
determines my level of concern.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you so you can't put, like, you don't write John Smith in the Death Note like all the John Smiths die. You have to like picture a specific person when you write their name, and then they die.
Yeah,
so
like there's
I
no
wonder
way
how
he
it
can
handles-
spell Barack. You know,
Right,
like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like I wonder how it handles typos.
Yeah.
And like if the magic book is like, fuck, he's close, man. Should we give it to him? like, we know he's trying over there.
Jose with the Death Note just committing genocide.
Well, he wrote down homeboy. Not sure what to do with this. Fuck. What are we gonna do now? All right, what you got, Kelly?
So a few weeks ago, a new graphic novel came out in print. I believe it came out digitally first. But in print, it's called Friday. It's by Ed Brubaker and Marcos Martin. And it's basically like it follows like your kind of like young adult novel mystery detective characters, and kind of just follows them like, all right, what happens after the book series ends and they kind of go off to college.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really good. I liked it
really
quite a
cool,
bit.
actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, it's
That on
very
the list.
good.
That sounds very cool.
Yeah, I think the first trade collects like the first 3 issues or so. But yeah, it came out on that Panel Syndicate thing where it's
yeah,
the thing that has a lot of cool books come out that I completely forget exists on a regular
Yeah,
basis.
I thought that it was dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. There's a whole bunch of them.
Is there a heavy theme at the core that suggests that perhaps it has to do with the Kennedy assassination?
I don't think in this one, no.
No. Okay.
That's a real specific question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather get hit by John F. Kennedy or get HIV?
Get hit by John F. Kennedy with a baseball bat?
Both of those happened to Maryland.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
And on that note,
fucking hell. Anything we're talking about, Knize?
No.
Mahoney?
Only thing I want to share is, in Fortnite, those slipstreams that are at the alien crash sites, the little purple air tunnels, and you can jump in them and they blow you all around. You can use them to fly. So the other day we were playing duos and I knocked somebody and I picked them up, as I love to do. And I carried them over to one of the launchers and I threw their lifeless body on the launcher.
No.
And it put them into the slipstream, and they just started going around in circles above my head. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
So fucking mad.
Like, you cannot be revived if you're just flinging yourself through the air. Like, it was amazing.
That's fucked up. Oh, that's great. Fuck, that's funny. All right, join us back next week. We'll fucking do this again, and maybe it'll be half as fun as it was tonight. Holy shit, this is a great one. You know what? Fuck it. If you're listening to this, you're welcome. This shit was great. We'll be back next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages for Jason Knize, a good friend Kelly Harris, and Mahoney, and all this shit. I'm all fucked up. I don't know where the hell Jose is.
I've been downgraded to good friend.
I'm sorry. I'm doing a lot of things.
Not even a good
Wait, why would you be downgraded to good friend?
Yeah, really promoted.
I'm a full cast member.
We're all full cast members.
Cast members. We're all black friends. It's fine.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys next week. Night. Love you. Goodbye.
Do you monetize this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you monetize this? Do you monetize this?
Fucking Google something.
Do you monetize this?
Holy shit.
Do you monetize this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you monetize this?
I didn't want to say it.
Do you monetize this?
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Do you monetize this?
fucking Google ass bitch.
Why you keep bugging us, you two?
You fucking Google ass bitch.